Hi guys, a very good morning. Welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, let us take a look on this analysis from Gonzo Moduri, a very important piece of information. Yes, there are contradictions here and there, but let us take a look onto this whole thing. He says, today, Nelson Chamisa announced his disassociation with CCC Zimbabwe, a party he formed 2 years ago. So this was a decision made by President Nelson Chamisa yesterday, and it has been met by a lot of excitement. Everybody is excited by this decision, by this move, and we are seeing solidarity messages pouring in support of President Nelson Chamisa. Remember that everybody was waiting for the signal, and he has given the signal, and a lot is happening. So it's important, Team Zimbabwe, to note that this carries a lot of significance in terms of strategy, in terms of very important things. Remember that when Triple C was formed, it's because the MDC has been hijacked by ZANU-PF through Monzora and others. And they gave it to Douglas Monzora, and he was left with nothing. No MPs, no party offices, nothing at all. And then Nelson Chamisa formed the Triple C. And this time around, Nelson Chamisa said, okay, I have nothing to do with Triple C anymore. So this gives President Nelson Chamisa an opportunity to audit and know who is with him. Most importantly, from those who are occupying offices like the MPs and the councillors. Everybody who believes in President Nelson Chamisa, personally, I do not know if there is another strategy, but as it stands right now, every person who stands with President Nelson Chamisa will start to resign from parliament, will start to resign from council, unless they are given a directive by him not to do so. Which means he can actually know, okay, the number MPs 10 are resigning from parliament. This gives him leverage to know what's next. It also gives the citizens an opportunity to highlight and know who are the true cadres who stand by them, because it's not an issue of opportunities. It's not an issue of being in parliament. It's an issue of everybody. What are we supposed to do as a nation, not as individuals? So Shavangu was using parliament and the captured squads to dismantle Triple C, and his aim was to capture Triple C MPs on behalf of President of ZANU-PF. And these are MPs. The targeted are the MPs who are enjoying the perks, enjoying free fuel, diplomatic passports, paid hotels, etc. These are the people who are cooperating with Shavangu behind closed doors. But right now, something has been done. Nelson Chamisa distances himself from Triple C, and everybody who says, I stand with Nelson Chamisa, we need to make a decision. Why do I say so? You cannot say, I stand with Nelson Chamisa and you don't resign from parliament. What if Nelson Chamisa forms a new party, Inonzi Chinchangu? This is an example. If he does form another party, how are you going to say, I still stand with Nelson Chamisa? You will not stand with Nelson Chamisa alone. You have to stand with the new party, which means you have to join that new party, and automatically you'll be expelled from parliament. So this is something else, Team Zimbabwe. This is something which is very, very, very important. And this is a moment of key decisions. And just imagine, right now, it's difficult, Team Zimbabwe, for everybody to understand the zvichaitika, because you don't know how SADC is going to deal with this, with the matter at hand. Is SADC going to pressurize for fresh elections to happen? What if it does so? Iwewe waramba kubuda ku Triple C, waramba kusiya, waramba uri parliament. Are you going to survive? That is another question. Okay, what happens maybe if Triple C protests? If President Chamisa protests heavily, and he's ahead within Zimbabwe, and the courts are forced to deal with the matters at hand? What will be the fate of those who are Kuramba Wariko? Okay, so you'd see with Team Zimbabwe, there are different scenarios right here. These are this is something which has never happened in the history of Zimbabwe. To see MPs resigning en masse following their own president is something which has never happened, but a test has been cast right now. So this will make President Nelson Chamisa's move so easy. You will know kuti ari kushanda nani, and you will plan with the people who are there. And if he's given an opportunity to form a government, then he will form a government not with opportunists, but with people, with the citizens at heart. So this move is also meant to publicize the Zimbabwean crisis. The Zimbabwean crisis right now is escalated. I want you to take a look on the basic prices of commodities, the prices of basic commodities in Zimbabwe. You are going to see changes, drastic changes. You are going to see things going up. You are going to see things becoming more difficult than they were. So, to the global audience, he has given the globe the need to resolve the crisis in Zimbabwe. He has escalated this issue to the global, because to the global community, because you start to see the media houses carrying these stories, very important people taking a look on these issues. You see embassies issuing statements. That is very important. So Nelson Chamisa has managed to neutralize Shavangu, and Shavangu was targeting President Nelson Chamisa and no one else. So number one thing is that Shavangu was acknowledging that President Chamisa is the Triple C president. Yet he was continuously working against him. So Nelson Chamisa has said, okay, I have nothing to do with Triple C, which means Shavangu can no longer say Chamisa is the president. He can't do that. You can't force somebody to be somebody. So he has been left with Triple C alone. President Nelson Chamisa is gone. Citizens are behind him. So, which means this is Shavangu and a few people. The major question is, what is the fate of Tendai Biti? What is the fate of Woshman Ncube? What are they going to do? Remember, Woshman Ncube has been saying all sorts of things against President Nelson Chamisa publicly. Tendai Biti is not publicly said anything, but his close associates, they were saying all sorts of things against President Nelson Chamisa. But the major question is, are they going to disassociate themselves with Triple C as well? Or they are going to continue to say, okay, guys, let us go for a congress. Let us move on as usual. This is a moment of madness in the nation of Zimbabwe, because we are going to see a lot of people making very bad decisions during this particular period. Okay, let's say they disassociate themselves with Triple C. Will they come and say, taimborima vice presidents, taimborima president, saka tauya kunoku todowo zvigaro? What are they going to do? Because Nelson Chamisa is starting all over again, which means right now he may say, okay, this is the constitution. Whoever wants to join this political party, we have to follow and abide by the rules of this party. This is the constitution. What are you going to say? So that is something else in Zimbabwe. So President Nelson Chamisa has not announced the new political outfit. He left it hanging. Nobody knows. Is he going to say A, B, C, D? Or is he going to say Z Chakadaro? Is he going to say Chakadaro? Nobody knows the new name of the party. So he has not made an announcement, which means we have two scenarios. I will talk about those two scenarios later, but we have a scenario where President Nelson Chamisa can say, okay, we are fighting as a Chamisa. Or there is a scenario where you say, okay, we have a party called Chakati. So nobody knows kuti zvinhu izvozvo zvichamira sei. As for the colors, he hinted about blue, but nobody knows if he's going to use blue as the official color. So You see that Hans Banapa, not only that, they went to work with Shavangu and FAS to sponsor triple C candidates in the recent elections, in by-elections after Shavangu record MPs. The party called Changu Chimuti Chakapinda Chapinda, fronted by David Chitimbe, who is a known ZANU-PF member. So this is another thing. Nelson Chamisa, when he announced his name, party name, somebody went on to register another Changu Chimuti, what. This is how they do their own things. Their agenda is to make sure that they destroy the movement in Zimbabwe. But the question is, will they succeed? It's something else. So you see, Kuti, Team Zimbabwe, we are getting into the interesting moments, right, in the politics of Zimbabwe. Panapa, Chamisa has also done a trial to run to see ZANU-PF and its proxies, to see what the ZANU-PF and its proxies will do. He has used the color blue to test the waters. The color blue has also been showcased by Chamisa's loyalist, Comrade Ostalos, who has hinted a political party name. It will not be surprising that ZANU-PF has already assigned a proxy to register a political party with blue as its colors. It's possible, which is not going to be taken. So at this moment in time, Team Zimbabwe, President Nelson Chamisa Ndewarukuri, he is controlling the narrative. Everything he's doing, people are following keenly to everything, which means the people of Zimbabwe are interested in knowing what is the next move, which means anything President Nelson Chamisa says from right now, then you'll see some things happening. But care will need to be taken because this is a dangerous moment and anything can happen. So you have to exercise caution. You have to be very careful. But at this moment in time, President Nelson Chamisa has taken a strategic move, which has shocked ZANU-PF and the entire dictatorship in Zimbabwe because nobody knows what's next. Is he going to do A? Is he going to do B? Is he going to do C or D? Nobody knows. This is President Nelson Chamisa making a move. So we clearly follow him and we are behind and we'll continue to watch and see what is going to happen next.